External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar has put out a statement on the SCO Joint Statement controversy that happened in China, which Rajnath Singh had refused to sign. A confirmation and a clarity coming in on that from the External Affairs Minister, accepting that the statement, because it diluted India's stand and was meant to stand against terror, global terror, terror in the subcontinent, terror in Asia continent as well. To that, External Affairs Minister has said and confirmed it further as well, that the Defence Minister did refuse to sign the SCO Joint Statement because it had diluted India's stand, and it was a statement meant to stand against terror. And if there was the Pehalgam terror attack mentioned, which is as recent as barely about 2-3 months ago, if that couldn't even be added by China, why would India then go ahead and want to be a part of that joint statement? Because this has been a turning point for India against Pakistan-sponsored terror acts and how India responds. Was China being very deliberate in trying to not add Pehalgam? Jai Shankar.
This Shanghai Cooperation Organization, its objective was to fight terrorism. Okay? So this organization exists to fight terrorism. So what happened was, when Rajnath ji went for a defense minister's meeting and there was a discussion on the outcome document, one country, you can guess which one country said that no, we do not want a reference to that. Now Rajnath ji's view rightly was that without that reference, when the main purpose of that organization is to fight terrorism and you are not allowing a reference to that, I am not prepared to accept it.
My colleague from India Today Global, Pranay Upadhyay, joins me on the lunch break. Pranay, so can we see this as a further confirmation, and why do you think India is constantly reiterating this stand that we did refuse to sign it for this reason?
Pooja, you heard External Affairs Minister Dr. Jai Shankar clearly stating that one of the key purpose of this SCO, as a regional cooperation organization, is to fight terrorism. And why fighting terrorism is important for a regional cooperation? Because it is important to build trust, to have a better cooperation and coordination among the member states. And if terrorism become a disruptor element or a factor in bringing the regional cooperation, then that need to be tackled. And SCO has a RATS mechanism. You heard Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also mentioning about the RATS mechanism, which is the regional anti-terror mechanism as part of SCO organization. And if that organization, if that platform is not being able to reflect India's key concern on terrorism, then there is no point for India to sign or be part of any joint statement which does not reflect India's key concern on that, which is also part of its own charter. So that was the key point which India made, and not only India made this point from this forum, but even during the bilateral meeting, be it Russia or be it with the bilateral meeting with China, India made it a point that this is a new policy, this is the new red line which we have drawn, because enough is enough. For long, India has suffered the terror attack, the Pakistan-sponsored terrorism, and you have heard Defence Minister Rajnath Singh clearly stating that those who harbour terrorists, those who sponsor terrorists, those who have been using terrorism as a policy of state need to be called out. They need to be held accountable for that, and that is important for the global governance. That is also important for the regional cooperation if any organization has to succeed.